So this is question 1e. It's quite a tricky one because we're trying to find out what k is. So make the area equal to 16. So we've got two cubes here and we're finding the area between the two cubes. So between these 2 points here. So what we're going to do is take the upper cube, which is y equals k minus x squared. And why I know that is because the minus x squared shows me that it's an upside down parabola. Whereas this one here is a facing up parabola. And what you could do is find the area under one of them and then take away the area under the other one, or you can just actually do it right from the start. So what we're going to do is set it up. So we're going to take the top parabola, k minus x squared, and we're going to subtract the bottom parabola, which is x squared over 2. Okay, and we're going to just tidy that up. And we've got to get two values here because we need to know where this value here is. Now my suggestion is we could go to that value there, which is the negative of that other value, or what we could do is actually just take it down to 0, which would be easier to substitute in, and then just double it because this area times 2 would be equal to the whole area. Okay, but we'll do that in a minute. So we can tidy this up. Minus x squared minus x squared over 2 is minus 3, or 1.5 x squared, or 3x squared over 2. So minus 1 minus a half is minus 3 over 2. Right, to find out where these two graphs intersect, what we do is put them equal to each other. So we've got x squared over 2 equals k minus x squared, and we're going to find out what x equals. Okay, so we can move this x squared over. So this is a half x squared plus 1x squared is 3 over 2x squared. Okay, times it by 2, k by 2. Divide by 3. And then take the square root of it. And I've put the plus or minus here, and that shows you that this is the plus version of it. This bit here is the minus version of it. I'll just rub off some of that stuff now. Okay, so we're going to find the area between. We're going to find the, oops, sorry, go back to pen. Between the 2k over 3, root 2k over 3, just down to 0, and we're going to times it by 2 to get the full area there, and we know that equals 16. Okay, we'll keep that in mind for later on. Okay, so let's integrate this. So k, because we're integrating with respect to x, becomes kx minus, so increase the power by 1, so that becomes 3x3 over 3, which is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. And we're going to find the area between the root 2k3 and 0. Okay, we're going to times it by 2 as well, because we know that equals 16. So that means we can divide both sides by 2, so we know that the area between the two keep writing this, and 0 equals 8. Just dividing by 2. So now we substitute our x values in, and you can see why I chose 0, because if I put 0 into that, it just equals 0. So the key thing is putting the 2k, root 2k over 3 in. Okay, so that becomes 3 to the power of 3 over 6. Oh, hold on, we'll just cancel that and put that over 2. Okay, and we know that equals 8. And I'm not going to bother putting the 0 in because we know that it is. All right. Now, if we're going 2k, root 2k times over 3 times to the power of 3, just write it out here so then you can see what it looks like. Okay. If we take these two together, that is just squaring a square root. So that's 2k over 3. And then we've just left with this one here. So here we've got k over 2k over 3. Here, now, we've got 2k over 3. Now, I'm just going to move the 3 down to the bottom with that 2, so that now becomes 6. And then we've got this I'm just going to leave this 2k over 3 here on the top line. It doesn't actually matter too much. You can make the whole thing of it, okay? In fact, let's do it like that. Okay, so now we've got a common factor of root 2k over 3. So we're going to pull that out the front. So what I'm left with here is k. I know that. And what I'm left with here is k over 3. I've pulled that out the front. And I know that's equal to 8. All right. So k over 3. K minus k over 3 is 2k over 3. So we're multiplying it, so simplify it. Okay, so now we're going to times by 3 and divide by 2k. So that becomes root 2k over 3 becomes 3 times 8 is 24. 24 divided by 2k becomes 12 over k. 12 divided by 2. Now we can see this square root just belongs to one thing on that side. So we can get rid of the square root and we can say, right, 2k over 3 equals, we're going to square the both sides, 144 over k squared. So that becomes 2k cubed equals 144 times 3, which is 432. Divide by 2, 216, and take the cube root of it. And so we work out our k equals 6.